We just saw an example of using ChatGPT to help create some data analysis code in Python. It did a pretty good job, but usually we want to take our analyses one step further. Looking at a data table often doesn't lead to as many insights as using data visualization. So let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT not only to perform some data preparation, but also help us visualize the data so we can draw insights from it. Once again, we'll be working with our retail data frame. And here I've gone ahead and created a sales by product data frame, which is grouping our data frame by product family and calculating the sum of sales for each of these families. I've then sorted these in descending order before grabbing the first 10 rows, which yields a top 10 product families by total sales in descending order. And if we take a look at the chart that I produced, we end up with a bar chart that shows that grocery, for example, had the highest sales, and our 10th highest selling department was deli down at the right. So let's go ahead and see if we can get ChatGPT to reproduce this chart. So here I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I have a CSV file called retail CSV that contains information on daily retail sales. It contains the columns date, family, and sales, among others. Can you write Python code that plots the top 10 product families by total sales in descending order? So certainly, here's an example of that code. We're importing the matplotlib library, which is what I used, reading in our CSV file, grouping by family, calculating the sum of sales before resetting our index, which is also what I did. It's then sorting our data frame in descending order and grabbing the first 10 rows using the head method, which is an interesting use of head, but totally valid. It's then building a bar chart using matplotlib. So let's go ahead and see if this code works. And it looks pretty similar. So I did add a few cosmetic differences to the chart. One of the things that I did was I removed the top and right borders using these two commands here. But otherwise, this is quite close. One other little trick that I have up my sleeve is I divided by 10 million to get a little bit more readable y-axis. So it's just using scientific notation here. Let's see how ChatGPT does when I ask it to remove these borders and convert to similar units. So here I'm going to ask, can you remove scientific notation and remove the top and right borders? So certainly, here's an updated version of that code. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this looks. I see that it's using a very similar methodology to remove the spines. It is using some very obscure functionality to change the formatting here. Let's go ahead and see if this works. And here we go. So it's successfully removed the borders, but it's also used a different format than I did. So here we have these raw numbers in 350 million, as opposed to what I did, which was divide by 1,000,000 to get the sales in millions. I think these are both valid approaches, and if I were to continue to push ChatGPT, I could probably get it to divide that column by 1,000,000 and change the axis scale. But overall, I think it did a great job with this. Now let's go ahead and ask it to plot in a different library. There are many data visualization libraries in Python, and depending on the requirements, we may want to use something like Plotly, which is more interactive, versus matplotlib, which is static, and what we see here. So here I'm going to ask, can you produce the same chart in Plotly Express? So certainly, here's an example of how you can create the same chart using Plotly Express. So all of the data manipulation code is the same. Let's go ahead and take a look. And there we go. We now have a Plotly Express chart that plots our top 10 items by total sales. And so just as a small note, by default, both Bard and ChatGPT are going to use matplotlib for plotting. So if you do want your results in a different plotting library, make sure to specify that in your prompt. Fortunately, it wasn't too challenging to follow up with a question and ask, but overall, I think these tools are a great way to at least get the foundation of the chart that you want. In some cases, going back and forth with ChatGPT to fine-tune a visualization is going to take more time than an experienced programmer would have just tweaking a simple output from ChatGPT to get the refinements that they want. But overall, this is a great way to get started with a data visualization.
Hey there, if you like this video and you want to learn more, check out our brand new free course, ChatGPT for Data Analytics. You can find it at mavenanalytics.io. We'll walk you through our best practices and some of the most interesting use cases for tools like Excel, Google Sheets, Power BI, SQL, and Python. It's a fun little course, and it's a great way to get up to speed in these new AI tools. I hope you'll check it out and let us know what you think.